The Friends Project is a very important group for individuals with special needs. It provides social and recreational activities for kids and young adults who otherwise may not have anything to do on a Monday afternoon or a Friday evening. It fosters relationships, provides a really good basis for friendships.
If you are isolated, you're generally depressed, different things go with that. And so really by having friends and by having activities to look forward to, it just makes a big difference.
Some of these guys, it takes them a while to come out of their shell, and when you see them do it, it's a really beautiful thing.
I did start out with a self-contained classroom with students with disabilities. And from that, we really evolved into having more an inclusive model, which has been fabulous, and fabulous for all students in the high school and all teachers also, and the community. But we did find that there was that gap as far as developing friendships.
It's great to have inclusion, and there's a big push for that in the schools, and yeah, you want to integrate our kids into the community and stuff, but when it comes time to making a connection with somebody, it doesn't really happen.
When my son Stephen was in elementary school, he had lots of friends and social activities and play dates and birthday parties.
Birthday parties and sleepovers and things like that. But then as he got older and he couldn't quite fit into the I don't know what you would say, the mold.
He was always included in things in grammar school, invited to every party. In high school, there happened to be a change came about, and not excluding him, but not including him as well.
When Nathaniel was in high school, myself, as other parents, found that he was becoming more and more isolated. He would go home after school and stay in his room and listen to music and watch DVDs.
As they get older, they can't make the varsity basketball team and they can't make the varsity baseball team.
The friends had started to drift away and play after-school sports and dating and jobs, and it was taking all of their time.
And no matter what I did or tried to do, I just, there really wasn't anything for him to do.
And then they hear everyone's going to college. They don't know what that is. They just know that after high school ends, for however old they are when it ends, that they drop off the face of the map.
And so a small group of moms got together and started talking about what we could do about this, because we were all experiencing the same thing.
And we sat down with Bruce Foley, who was our director of student services at the time, and Heidi Chase, and some other teachers, and Heidi really took off with it.
We were able to write a couple of grants. We kind of made up the Friends Project as we answered questions to the grants. We received the grant money, and we started the program. We interviewed 25 families and kind of asked them, the families, the children, the parents, what they would like to do.
We identified some activities that several of our children wanted to do at that time, and one of them was basketball.
Luke's had a great deal of fun playing basketball. People who were without disabilities as well as with people with developmental disabilities. He is able to find equality in all their skill level and enjoy fun with everybody.
His nickname is 3 Point. He plays on Mondays and Thursdays religiously, and every other Friday night, which is a social opportunity and a dance night, but he only plays basketball.
Some young man said, I love movies and I just want to watch movies with my friends.
They learn how to buy a movie ticket. They learn how to go and get popcorn and be a little bit self-sufficient.
One parent said, my daughter just really needs a program to belong to after school so she feels like she belongs. So we started a girls group.
We go to Exeter every other Tuesday for Heartbreakers group.
And then cooking clubs started.
I learned to cook all different things.
What's your favorite part about cooking club?
I like to make pasta.
And then the Friday night socials got started.
Every other Friday night, yes, that's a highlight.
It's full. It's where it is. It's where it's happening.
The craft activities, the basketball, the board games, the dancing.
Our daughter has a busier social calendar than we do.
She can have a life away from mom and dad.
He has a schedule of almost 5-6 days a week.
He hardly ever has any downtime. There's always something for him to do.
The Friends Project currently serves young teenagers and young adults ages 15 to 30. And that's one of the reasons why we started our UNH program, so we could serve people who are in their 20s who would enjoy something that, 18 to 22, 25-year-olds do, and that would be going to college. So that's why we created that program.
He knows that all of his peers that he graduated with are off to college and doing that. So this gives him that same sense of chronology in his life where he feels like he's doing that too.
My job is I get to come in and help people have fun. And if we are short-staffed or if we have a big event where I can bring people in, like for the Halloween dance, I had my friends come, they dressed up as cats, and they got out on the dance floor and they danced. And it's funny because after they're always like, wow, I didn't know, I didn't really get what you do.
What does everybody do? What does everybody like to do? They like to play basketball, they like to dance, they like to get together and talk, they like to get together and do their nails.
Because no matter what the activity is, it's all about doing it with your friends.
He and the friends that he has there all care about each other, they support each other.
She gets to go out and be with her friends just like every other teenager.
That's what's important in life, is to be hanging with your friends.
People with disabilities need to be out in the community. They need to be part of the community. They need to be with everybody. People with disabilities and people without disabilities.
When we were growing up, kids with developmental disabilities went to and fro in a little bus and were isolated and didn't get to interact and see other folks. So I think it's helped everybody learn tremendously.
It has enriched everybody's lives, not just the participants that are involved in Friends Project, but everybody.
My feelings about the Friends Project and what it has done for my son runs so deep and so intensely that it's hard to find the adequate words.
You have your social time, but you also have your responsibilities, and I think she has become more independent and has gained a lot of good skills through being a participant of the Friends program.
He wants to get a job and he wants to live by himself. I mean, he wants everything every other 18-year-old wants. So I think that this program provides him with a stepping stone to get there.
When they begin to believe in themselves, they give, and I think it teaches the community about what life is.
We have a lot of people who are approaching the 30-year-old age where we really have to think about programming for older people. One of the challenges of creating these programs for older folks is that it's going to open up the doors to a lot more people than we've been serving. And so therefore, programs will have to be bigger, they'll have to be more staff, and therefore there's more expenses.
So seeing what the potential can be for a full, rich, and quality life, when people actually see what that is, I think there's more of a willingness to say, how can I help? And people do.
And if people would open their minds and their hearts and treat all people, with respect and dignity, and allow them to be who they are, and to help them, and to nurture them, what an amazing place this would be.